At this point, most basketball fans know the top prospects that are projected to go in the top 10. Prospects like Anthony Edwards, James Wiseman, and LaMelo Ball are looked at as the ones that have the most star potential, the ones that could be a cornerstone to your franchise. Most of the time, the top prospects are one-and-done freshmen, but time after time, players who spend 2 or more years in college gets overlooked. The players who may not have all-star potential, but can play an important role to a championship contender. Players like Jay Crowder, who was the 34th pick in 2012, Kyle Kuzma, who was the 27th pick in 2017, and Danny Green, who was the 46th pick in 2009. Every prospect can't be a star, and every team needs quality role players. Over a few months ago, I did a video on my most underrated prospects in the draft. This is part 2. San Diego State junior guard Malachi Flynn. After playing at Washington State in his first 2 years, Flynn transferred to San Diego State and helped the program become one of the top teams in the country this past season. They had a record of 30-2, had a 26-game winning streak, and spent 45 days as the #1 team in the NCAA net rankings. Malachi Flynn was the leader of this group, the best player. He led the team in scoring, assists, field goals made, three-pointers made, free throws made, steals, and minutes played. Although he's only 6'1" and 185 pounds with moderate athleticism, he has the soft touch, the handles, and the basketball IQ to be an impactful player from day one in the NBA. Flynn is a hard-nosed competitor who brings it on both ends of the floor. He's a very confident player who plays with toughness. The 22-year-old is very good in the pick and roll and can keep the defense honest with his outside jump shot. He can come off screens, create offense for himself off the dribble, and can finish around the rim with his patented floater. And he isn't afraid to pull from anywhere on the court. He is also a good on-ball defender and team defender. He has good instincts and awareness and can read the passing lanes very well. Ideally, Flynn can add depth to your bench as a backup point guard and can be another scoring option in your backcourt. With his age and experience, he can come in right away and contribute to any team in the league. He may not have that much room to grow, but he's definitely NBA ready. I believe there's a small chance he could go in the first round to a team like the Lakers at 28 or the Raptors at 29. But it's more than likely he'll fall to the second round, somewhere in the 30 to 45 range. Next up, Arkansas junior guard Mason Jones. The co-SEC Player of the Year was one of the most productive players in all of college basketball. He was the Razorbacks' clear go-to guy all season, and he led the team with 22 points, 5.5 rebounds, and just over 3 assists per game. Jones is a very capable scorer who can get a bucket in many different ways, from the inside and the outside. He was a handful to keep in check throughout the season. Jones has a great knack for drawing fouls on drives to the basket and getting to the free throw line. And when he got there, he knocked them down as he shot 83%. He averaged over 9 free throw attempts per game. And as the season went along, he just kept getting better. In his last 12 games of the season, he averaged 27 points a game, shooting 48% from the field and 37 from 3, which is very good considering how many shots he took. Jones loves to go one-on-one. He has the handles to create enough space and has the concentration to make heavily contested shots. The thing about Jones on offense, if he doesn't have the ball in his hands, he's really not that effective. His ideal role on the next level is a 6-man. His combination of overall scoring and playmaking can get his foot in the door on the next level. But his biggest weakness is his defense. Jones was horrible on defense this year. To say he was disinterested on that end of the floor would be an understatement. If he wants to get any consistent playing time in the NBA, he has to at least give the effort required to be an average defender. Lou Williams was able to get away with being a below-average defender in his NBA career because of how special he was on offense. Jones has the talent to be that special on offense. Mississippi State sophomore forward Robert Woodard II. A two-way player with size in the NBA is highly coveted, and that's what you have with this guy. Woodard stands at 6'7" with a 7'1" wingspan and has great athleticism. He's a very bouncy athlete and won't hesitate to go through you and above you. He converted on 70% of his scoring opportunities at the rim this season. With his versatility, he can thrive and fit in just about any way he needs to. While his offensive game improved this season, It's his defense that he's known for first. Woodard is a terrific one-on-one defender. He has the lateral quickness and foot speed to stick with his opponents and almost always manages to contest shots. He can guard up to at least 3 positions because of his size, strength, and IQ. On offense, he'll never be mistaken for an elite scorer. Making the outside jump shot is what's going to keep him on the floor, and in his sophomore season, he managed to shoot 43% from the three-point line. But with such a low number of three-point attempts, NBA scouts still question if he can be an overall consistent shooter in the NBA. His 61% shooting from the free throw line also gives you another reason to be skeptical about his shooting. If his jump shot is legit, Woodard could have a successful career on the next level. He moves well without the ball and around screens and shows great awareness to be able to find open areas where he can cut to and score easy buckets. The best case scenario for Robert Woodard, in my opinion, is Robert Covington with more athleticism. Someone who can be a lockdown defender and can stick the open jump shot with the best of them. He doesn't project as an offensive creator. He'll get most of his offense in transition, open jump shots, and cuts to open areas. Junior college guard and forward Jay Scrubb. The Junior College Player of the Year was originally committed to play for Louisville, but decided to make the jump to the NBA. Scrubb has the foundation to be a high-quality role player with time. He has the scoring versatility, athleticism, and size that will get the attention of any NBA scout. But it's very important to know, Jay Scrubb is a project and will need patience and great coaching to really maximize his potential. He has the most upside of any of the players I mentioned in this video. Scrubb's upside on the offensive end gets everyone's attention first. You have a 6'6" wing player around 215 pounds who can get to the rim with ease, score in transition, and can knock down mid-range jumpers and three-pointers off the catch and off the dribble. The threat of outside shooting is very valuable, and that opens up your ability to drive to the basket, and that's the case with Jay Scrubb. His outside shooting forces the defense to close out hard on him, and with his size and athleticism, he can drive and finish over, through, and around defenders at the rim. He probably won't get the same opportunities with the ball in his hands in the NBA like he did in junior college and high school, so developing off-the-ball skills is necessary for his long-term future. Improving as a shooter and moving without the ball are two things he must continue to improve on. Defense is another area where he needs to improve. He obviously has the tools to be at least an average defender, but Scrubb doesn't seem to commit that much energy on that end at the moment. Patience will be the key for him to be a rotation player for a long time. Scrubb will need to adjust his mindset from being the clear number one option to a high-quality role player. Expect to see Jay Scrubb in the G League for the next couple of years. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, do it right now for future NBA content.